So, what exactly does Minnesota's quarterback room look like? Right, last year we had Sam Darnold as their starter, and JJ McCarthy was supposed to be the backup, but that ended up ending really shortly because he had a knee or season-ending knee injury. So we had to look for other signs. Daniel Jones got signed. Nick Mullins was still on the team. I mean, Brett Rippon was still there. But now we're into the offseason where we really don't have anybody. I think we have two quarterbacks currently on a roster, JJ McCarthy and Brett Rippon. So obviously the Minnesota Vikings are going to have to add at least one more because Brett Rippon isn't a backup quarterback. At least I wouldn't consider him one. I'd consider him a decent three, a decent practice squad player. No offense. I'm sorry. I would be terrible. Okay. That's just my opinion. But we have to look for a reliable backup. Or does Minnesota just not think JJ McCarthy is completely ready to take the reins just yet? If that's the case, we could be seeing a splash signing in just a couple of days, maybe even today or something like that. You never know what's going to happen during this offseason. What does this landscape look like? And could we potentially be seeing a repeat of history? We'll leave it at that. So before we get started, shout out to our affiliate partners at Green Gridiron. If you want one of these mini helmets, feel free to hit the link I have pinned in the comment section and use the promo code MINSYN, MINSYN, at checkout to receive a small discount on your purchase. They have NFL helmets, college helmets, and fully customizable ones. They also have helmets you can wear on a football field, and they don't only have the mini helmets of your favorite teams. They have the replica ones as well, the big ones. So if that's something you would like, hit that link in the comment section. Use that promo code MINSYN, MINSYN, at checkout to receive a small discount on your purchase. And if they already have a current deal going on, you can actually stack the promo code to receive even more off of that final price. So let's get to it. Will history repeat itself? Hell, as Aaron Rodgers strolls the beach in a Darth Vader cape, he's apparently not thinking only about the possibility of playing in Pittsburgh. On Wednesday, theathletic.com reported that the Vikings are considering the possibility of signing Aaron Rodgers and that Aaron Rodgers is intrigued by the possibility of playing for the Vikings. I would take that as you will. If you've watched Aaron Rodgers' interviews on Pat McAfee's show, a lot of these things that get said about him are blown out of proportion, and you really can't believe anything unless it comes from Rodgers himself. And last I checked, I don't think I've really heard him speak about the situation at all. But you can take it as you will. Maybe he is intrigued. Maybe he isn't. I mean, who wouldn't be when you have weapons like Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson and a revamped offensive line and your old buddy Aaron Jones in the backfield? But anyways, the move could complete, the Brett Favre arc, which should be reason alone for Aaron Rodgers to not want to do it. Then again, if he can accomplish in Minnesota that which Brett Favre couldn't, which is, get to the Super Bowl because he threw a game-sealing pick in the NFC Championship game to the New Orleans Saints because they had a bounty gate going on. It is what it is. I'll never forget the '09 season. I'm sure none of us will. But Rodgers would have a clear late career edge over Brett Favre when ranking ranking two of them among the all-time greats. Now, the Vikings would be taking a very real risk by hitching their wagon to Aaron Rodgers. Beyond assuming the full Aaron Rodgers experience, they'd be delaying by another year the development of J.J. McCarthy. I wouldn't even say delaying by another year of development or delaying the development of J.J. McCarthy because it's Aaron Rodgers, a Hall of Famer or a future Hall of Famer, one of the best to ever play the position. I think he would develop just fine. Instead of being thrown to the wolves, he has a chance to learn under a veteran. Okay? That's got to be intriguing. I think that's something a lot of kids or a lot of young rookies or young players in the league would like to do, even though money is on the line and they would love to start, right? And also, they'd be welcoming a potential conflict between the way Kevin O'Connell runs his offense and the way Aaron Rodgers executes any offense he's asked to run. For now, the Steelers and the New York Giants remain the primary options for Aaron Rodgers. As his decision lingers, the chance remains that the Minnesota Vikings option will morph into a reality. So I'm torn between this situation. Would I want Aaron Rodgers on the Minnesota Vikings? Absolutely. I would. But I would also not want him on the Minnesota Vikings. People can hate Aaron Rodgers all they want. They can say all they want about him and his beliefs and all that thing or all that stuff, right? I don't see that guy. I don't see a bad guy. I see a guy who means well and is going to do what's right for him, and that's it. Plain and simple. He's going to do what's right for him. Now, whether that comes to trying to run his own offense and not taking, critiques or any of that mumbo jumbo from somebody else and trying to put it towards his game, it is what it is. But like, if he comes to Minnesota, he knows what's going on. I think a lot of people have blown it out of the proportion that, oh, he's just throwing a tantrum because they're not running his offense. So let's get rid of the offensive coordinator. Let's get rid of the head coach because they don't have a good relationship. Well, guess what? I don't necessarily think all of that stuff you hear is true. If he comes to Minnesota, Aaron Rodgers had a subpar year. Just look at what Kevin O'Connell has done the last 2-3 seasons in Minnesota. Look what he did with Sam Darnold. Take that into consideration. I don't think Rodgers would care about what type of offense he's running because of the weapons he has. We mentioned earlier, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, Jalen Naylor, his buddy from Green Bay, Aaron Jones in the backfield, a revamped offensive line. I don't think he'd have a problem with any of that at all as long as he catches the ball. Okay, that's all he cares about. He's going to execute the offense the best of his ability and try to win ball games. That's what Aaron Rodgers is about. I would love for him to be on the Minnesota Vikings, but I would also not want him to be on the Minnesota Vikings for the simple fact that we've hated it for how many years? We hated his guts because he was a Green Bay Packer. But sometimes the enemy can, join sides with you, can join the right side. Okay? That's us, the Minnesota Vikings. And what better way than to play the Green Bay Packers twice a year and get the ultimate revenge when they said they wouldn't shop you, they'd let you make the decision, but instead you go in your darkness retreat and they can you. They get rid of you. That's what Green Bay did, okay? They spit in his face and said, see you later. And the rest is kind of history. Bring him to Minnesota. Remember Brett Favre before that whole situation happened? We did not want anything to do with it. Until the NFC Championship game came around. Remember that? We got that far. All those memories. What if Aaron Rodgers does that but better? Just take that into consideration. It is what it is. I don't think it's going to happen, but if it's at the right price and to mentor J.J. McCarthy for one season and to try to win us a Super Bowl, we have a better opportunity than the Jets ever did. So Aaron Rodgers to Minnesota is a possibility. Will it happen? Probably not. But one can speculate. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of the night, folks, and Skull Vikes.